Hello, my beautiful Earth Soul family. Welcome to my channel. You've got Janae, aka Janae, on the channel. And so I have some news. Um, I have been through an interesting journey and transition in the last um, couple of weeks. And I record my messages ahead of time. As they come. So by the time you get this message, it's probably been a couple of weeks. But I have recently, gone through some transitions and changes, and I have been led to take a pause. I feel like that's what it is, the pause. So I will not be releasing any more content. Doesn't mean I won't be recording any. I just won't be releasing it. I don't know how long this is for. I may tell you this and it may be a week or two later. I don't know. But I am on my next journey and path and transition because, like I told you, it's you're constantly growing, you're constantly evolving. And I've been sharing the start of my journey to self-love and growth and how I got there. And so now I'm on this next journey and path, which I'm very excited about. And I feel like I'll be sharing that with you all, but I have to go through the journey first. So, um, I will miss you guys. Um, this channel, the way it started, for those of you who have not watched my other videos, probably go do that. But I never, and I say it in almost every video, I never wanted to do this channel. I never wanted to be on video, on camera. I never wanted to be doing any of this. But I was led to do it. Well, kind of pushed, but and now it has become something that I get very excited to record and do each week. But now I'm being led to go through another level of my journey. And the whole journey is self-love at any level and form. It's just different levels of it. So that's a bit distracting. Let's get them out of there. I knew this was my farewell message, and I don't want to say goodbye, so we'll say goodbye for now. Um, so also in that goodbye, I've been led to share kind of, I guess, the catalyst for this new uptick. Um, so the whole part of the journey is digging deeper into higher self, finding your divinity, your higher self, being your best possible self, and loving you in all forms and facets and phases. And the first part of the journey, although tumultuous and world shaking, is beautiful. And it's a beautiful journey. Although it can be painful, very painful. I am now going into my peace time. I am going into a higher divine light. And so recently, I took a major pause for myself. I removed some things in my life, some things, some people, some situations, and just really took a dive into real soul seeking self love. And that required taking a real good sector of my time away. and I was led to do a fast. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, a fast can be multiple things, but a fast is when you take something that is actually a sacrifice to you, something that's going to actually change your day to day, and you take that away and you don't do it for a certain amount of time. Generally, people know fast from food. And for me, I do a fast every month just for clarity, just for a reset each month, which I do urge you guys at some point in your journey to maybe consider that. Um, it does give you a beautiful set of clarity, because you're taking away something that requires life. It requires you to live and breathe every day. It's not comfortable. So I fasted. We know I've done a media break, a media fast, but this was a food fast. So I did not eat for 7 days. I drank. It was a pure liquid fast, so all I did was drink water, broth, green drinks. um, and I did that for 7 days. Outside of my usual once a month, I usually like to start my month out with a good 24-hour fast. So I did that, and then I was led to do another 7 days on top of that, some days later. And I wanted to have the space and clarity and time to really dive into a higher form of myself, to take away something that is detrimental for life, something that is going to cause them comfort, and replace it with something else. And that was divine light. And today is actually the end of my fast. Yesterday was my last day. And of course, it had to be the hardest day. It was my double at work, going through severe pressure in my back, so I couldn't take any medicine because my stomach is empty. So any type of medication was just gonna tear my stomach lining up. I'm telling you, it was a rough day, but I did not relent. It ended up being quite the beautiful day towards the end of that. And just the feeling of accomplishment and discipline and enlightenment. On top of the fact that I did a week-long food fast, anybody knows me, I love to sleep when I can. I don't like to wake up early. If anybody knows me, I'm not an early bird. I hate waking up early. I hate being woke up. So another sacrifice was waking up every day at 3 a.m. and meditating. And let me explain the difference between meditation and prayer. Because it's been said that prayer, for those of you, because I tell you, everybody has their own connection to source, to spirit, to God. That is what they believe. I'm a spiritual being. I am not religious. I do not put divine in a box because that would be insane. To label a divine being as a particular sex, age, creed, race is silly, because it is all knowing, all being, all encompassing. So, yeah, with that. But, it's been said that prayer, because there's so many different words we can use, but I'm going to say prayer is speaking to God, to source, to divine, to the universe. And meditating is hearing God, source, divine, spirit. And I really wanted to hear and tap into my higher light, my higher divine self. Not that I don't already, but this was going to be on a new level. And so I learned many different practices and things. As y'all know, I'm neurodivergent. I have ADHD. And a lot of times, those of you who know that, my creative beings, y'all know that our brains just kind of go and it's like somebody shook up a puzzle and just dumped it on a table, and it's just like it's a bunch of Sour Patch Kids running around up there. But so I wanted to remove the chaos and the confusion. I wanted to be able to really tap in and hear and feel and sense everything on a greater level. And I knew that meant sacrifice. So I would get up at 3 a.m. every day and seek truth. And boy, did I find it. And I'm not done. So, in saying that, during that process, and now I'm going on to this new sector, and this is why I heard it's time to take a pause. This channel has been something that I have quite cherished, and I have learned from as well. As I connect to divine, to source, and I receive insights and messages, and I go through my process and my journey, it has helped me dive deeper into myself and my divinity and understanding me in a greater place. And so I feel that this part of the journey now is we're pause. Now it's time for y'all to do the work. Now it's time to receive the messages and do that sector as I go on to my next phase of my journey. And then come back and hopefully possibly share that with you as well. I know that I am a voice, and what's supposed to come through will come through, but right now it's time for me to soak that divine light in and traverse my path, my next ascension, my next set of journey. And so during this next stage, I was like to tell you guys some of this. I hope these messages have really helped or helping. I've had people tell me, I listen to your messages, they help me, blah, blah. But they've helped me too. And there's a shift happening, there's a change happening. We're headed into a new birth. We are finishing off the season of death and darkness, and we're heading out of our winter and going into our spring. And it is a week before, a few days before the spring equinox. We've had daylight savings, and we're going into the rebudding, and I am so excited to see what comes. And I probably will be recording, but I won't be releasing. I don't know how this is all gonna go. I am being led by divine, and I am just following rather than trying to control everything. And that's going to be a big part of your journey, is releasing control, releasing the need to know everything, by taking the path and just step by step and trusting that you are going the right way. Confirmation growl, because we've not been fasting. So, guys, I really want to see a bunch of my butterflies out here just flying around free. This is just, it's been a beautiful chapter in this book called Life, and I feel like this is the ending of a book, and now I'm starting a whole new book. So it's not even just a new chapter, it's a whole new book. And I hope to see you over there as well. So, as this is the last chapter for those of you who are following and trying to discover your divine light and your path and your purpose and move and walk in it, be okay with making sacrifices for yourself. Because I always say love isn't sacrifice. But when we're talking about for yourself, not sacrificing yourself for others and constantly giving and giving and giving. Because love is reciprocity. Love is both ways. It's giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. It's a balance. And if you have imbalanced connections, if you have imbalanced things in your life, if your life isn't in balance, well then how are you going to receive and give true, wholesome, unconditional love? If you can't love yourself, you cannot properly love others. And in loving yourself, that means taking time out for yourself, making time and space for yourself in this world. It's about making sure this world sees that you deserve that space. Stand up for yourself. Stand in your right, in your power, and in your strength. So guys, I really just kind of came to say farewell for now. And yeah, that's it. I love you guys. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. And I have so enjoyed doing this. And I will see you guys in the next chapter, in the next book of ascension. Rise up, my beautiful butterflies. Break through the concrete. My gorgeous roses, my concrete roses. I am proud of those of you who continue to come back and take this journey and move through and try to manifest a higher path for yourself. Don't forget yourself. And if you do, come back to my channel and remind yourself. I love you guys so much. And this is my last send off for I don't know how long. Have a beautiful, high vibrational day, my beautiful Earth Soul family. I love you so much. Goodbye for now.